this lesson, we're going to be solving literal equations, which means that we're going to follow the rules for solving equations. Our answer will be a variable expression. It will not be a number like when you're solving equations. So for number 1, it says g is equal to c plus x, and I want to solve for x. So that means I must get x alone. In order to do that, if I were solving an equation, I would subtract c from both sides of my equation, and that gives me g minus c is equal to x. X is alone. We can see that the c's cancel out there. That is your answer for number 1. G minus c is equal to x. So number 2 is a little bit more complicated. Again, they want us to solve for x. So that means we must get the x alone totally. So our answer is going to be x is equal to a variable expression. So looking at this equation right here, I know that I have to move the 2c to the other side of the equation. So I need that pair of opposites. I'm subtracting 2c from both sides. My goal was to cancel the c out, so I end up with a negative 3x equals a negative 3 minus 2c. Now, the very last step, we see we have a negative 3 with the x, so we're going to divide everything here by a negative 3. And so you end up with x is equal to 1, because that's a positive 1. Here we have a negative 2c and a negative 3, so it would be plus 2c over 3. That also could have been written where you kept it just all as a 1 fraction, and your answer would have looked like this. Either one is acceptable. For number 3, we are solving for letter H. This is the area is equal to base times height. That's for a rectangle. And we want to go ahead and we want to solve for H. So I'm going to get H alone. We know B and H are next to each other, so that's multiplication. And the opposite of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide both sides by H. I'm sorry, not by H, by B, because we want to get H alone. We want to solve for B because when we want to get H alone, so the B's will cancel out, and I do get for my answer, H is equal to A over B. The last one is the formula for a triangle. Area is equal to 1/2 base times height. And we are going to solve this time for letter B. So as I'm working that problem, I know if I were solving an equation, I need to multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 1/2 in order to have this cancel out. And when I say cancel out, we get 2 over 2 if you multiply straight across, and that's just a 1. So that is gone, and I have 2a equals BH. Again, I am solving for B this time, so I want to get the B alone. So I am going to divide, because the H is right beside the B. That means it's multiplying. I'm going to divide both sides by H. And the H's do cancel out, so we end up with 2a over H is equal to B. If this video was helpful to you today, please add a like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe for more Math with Marcia. See you again soon.